G'day guys, welcome back to another video. So today we're just going to be talking about why I still do reduction as a 4x4 method. Now some people have asked me about this, they've seen me using reduction in my latest videos and that sort of thing, and they've been like, whoa, why do you use reduction? I remember one time I was at a competition, I was talking to Felix Zemdegs himself, and he noticed I was doing reduction, and he's like, why do you do reduction? And you know, obviously the majority of like speed cubers use Yao method because it's proven to be relatively faster and it has a lot more efficiency in terms of just 4x4 solving. But there's a couple of reasons why I don't do that, and this is what I'm going to explain. So if you don't know, reduction is where you just do all of the centers at once before you start on any of the edges. So you do the opposites there, then you just do something like this. Make a center here, make a center here, and then make a center here. And as you can see, all the centers are done. Then we just simply move on to making edges, so like these two can pair here, and then we can put that together just like that. And then we can do that all the way around the cube until all of the edges are solved. Then what we do is we just make it like a 3x3, so we just use these. So we've got the edges, the corners, and then we can just pair them up just like so. And there you go, it's done. This is the method we use for 5x5, 6x6, and 7x7 because they have really long edges and you don't want to be pairing them up at the same time as the centers because it just doesn't really make sense. So just to start, I actually do a slightly different method of reduction. I'm not doing like beginner method reduction because that's just like really basic, pair one edge at a time. I actually make sure that I'm pairing at least two pairs at the same time. Now how I do this is I just, when I slice to make sure that there's two of the same edge connected, I replace the one that I sliced away from with the same color. So when I slice back, I can make another pair at the same time. This sometimes can actually even work out as a 3 or sometimes even 4 pairs of edges, which actually works out quite well, but that's very rare. Usually you can find 2 because of the amount of 4x4 edges. There's actually not that many, so they're either going to be at the top or the bottom most of the time, so it's easy to just move them in. The second reason why I just don't really do The second reason why I just don't really have any desire to learn Yao is because it's kind of just a cube that I don't really care for much. My main cube is, well, 3x3 and Scube. I really like Scube, and a lot of people wouldn't go to the effort of learning Scube algorithms and methods and that sort of thing because I don't care for it. It's also like the same as Square One. Most people don't really like Square One and they're not going to go to the effort of learning all the algorithms. They might know how to do it, but they don't really care to get any faster. And that's kind of the same with me. I'm happy with around 40-50 seconds on 4x4, which is relatively, well, slow for speed cubers, but fast for anyone watching. And another reason why I just do reduction is because I really like big cubes. Big cubes are really fun to do. I find them really enjoyable just to, you know, mess around with, and they all require reduction. Now, you can do Yao for bigger cubes like 5, 6, 7x7, but I'm not going to learn that obviously. Obviously people can, but I think that reduction is, you know, the most commonly used method. Even Felix and Max and all the main speed cubers use reduction as the big cubes. And I prefer big cubes over 4x4. I feel like 4x4 is just a bit too small to call it a big cube because it doesn't have, well, many pieces. It's really just an extension of a 3x3. It's not, but you know what I mean. And I just prefer to get better at them because they all have the same method instead of learning a whole new method just for a cube that I don't particularly enjoy. I'd be interested, is anyone in the same sort of boat as me? Like, does anyone not like Yao or have any desire to learn Yao and they just want to continue reduction because they want to focus on other cubes? Anyway, thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.